Hello again, everyone. Ageofdune here, and we are back for another League of Legends Shoutcast. In this particular game, I'm definitely going to be doing, high elo, and I'm actually casting a game with Nightblue 3 in it here. I think I've had him before, but at that time, he wasn't he wasn't very well known or anything. So I didn't know much about him. I knew he was a jungler main, but there wasn't really much else. But recently, it has come to Reddit's attention that he's been offered position for jungling, sub position, on multiple teams. One of them is actually TSM. And that's why I wanted to go ahead and cast him today. And honestly, I decided to do this game because he's doing Vi. And Vi is one of the champions that I eventually intend to learn. So I figured I can go ahead and just somewhat watch him, just the same normal shoutcast, and see his ganks, everything else, see what kind of goes on with him. So I also wanted to see how he played because, if he is coming in as a sub for TSM, he'll be coming in as a sub for jungle, which means he would actually possibly replace Odd One if something happens to Odd One. And Odd One's kind of my favorite player in the League of Legends. So, well, one of my favorite players. So I wanted to go ahead and see how exactly Nightblue here holds up compared to the Odd One. So, definitely happy to go ahead and cast this game, and hopefully you guys are just as happy to see it. It is also still at the very beginning of the Season 4, so you will see, some of the... Oh, nice pull there from Blitzcrank. That right there is a first blood. Wow, Kale was definitely overextended there. I don't know why she stuck around there. Seeing Blitzcrank come up... It's silly to remain right there in front of him. On the plus side for them being the red team here, First Blood isn't quite as important as it used to be. It does 300 gold? Yeah, 300 gold for this guy. I mean, that is a pretty big deal. But for everybody else, that gave 35? 35 gold, really? Yeah, 35 gold. So, it's not as huge of a lead as it used to be. From what I remember, it's if First Blood happens in the first 2 minutes, you get less. Is this a... Yes, it is. This is a Soraka top. Oh my. And it's going against Darius. So let's go ahead, while all this is going in, and take a look at the people. Already a little fighting there. We've got Soraka, played by Kirby Cake top, against Darius, played by Enjoy. Spelling. A little bit more harassed there. Bananas! Alright, mid lane we've got TF, played by the Kha'Zix, versus Kale, played by Golden Blue, who in the latest PTR build is actually getting nerfed. Kale, not Golden Blue. Yeah, they apparently don't like how powerful she is, and they were, at least these particular ones, I mean, it is PBR, or PBE, yeah. PBR is the WoW one. PBE, so you really can't take it completely just, this is how it will be. But her Q scaling, I believe, got nerfed. It actually got halved. And her W actually got buffed. The heal from her W got buffed, and it actually has a scaling on the speed boost it gives, which does kind of make it seem like they're intending for her to be more of a support. But we'll have to see what ends up happening with that. I mean, like I said, it's PvE, so you really can't take it too seriously. Oh, here comes a gank here from Vi. She, I think, was seen by Kha'Zix there. Did he see that? I'm almost certain that he does. Let me see. Red team. Alright, so here he is. And there's the pink. Yeah, he did definitely see that. So, he knows that she's there. Darius knows she's there, but they're going for this. Soraka already has him down to slightly over a quarter health. That is actually... That's kind of insane. And Vi was able to push Kha'Zix back. Kha'Zix was able to push that back. And Soraka just towered over Darius. And killed him. Soraka. So there we go. There she goes. In she goes. There's her Q. Comes out. Hits him once. She walks back in. Qs again. Takes one tower shot. He pulls her in. And she just destroys him with that silence, followed by, looks of it, just an ignite. I don't even think she auto-attacked. and she was actually able to take him down. So that is second blood, and just the fact that that was a second blood by Soraka against Darius is completely mind-blowing to me. Because, you know, Darius is not somebody you would think would get destroyed by Soraka. But at the same time, I mean, Soraka AP is actually surprisingly damage heavy. I've come across her once in mid lane a while back, and it was not pleasant to work with. I definitely got harassed a lot, and she really shows why, because she's got that heal, keeps herself sustained, and she's got decent damage. So it's definitely showing right there. There's a ping there from Kha'Zix, thinking about coming in here on TF. He is pretty low though, so he does have to watch out. On the other hand, TF doesn't have that much burst at the moment. I'm not sure if he's going to go for this. Soraka and Darius are duking it out yet again, and it looks like Darius is going to die to Soraka again. But this time she's going to go down thanks to the bleed and the minions. There we go. Kha'Zix is still ready to come in here, but he's on a ward. So TF knows he's there, and that's not going to happen. Vi is on her way up, and Kha'Zix is still hanging around. I don't think he knows that there is a ward there, but Vi knows what's going on, and she's probably going to come in behind this guy. There we go. She is indeed coming behind. They know how strong Kha'Zix is. There we go. She ults in and uses her Q. And... oh, not ults in. Sorry. She flashes in. And really nothing happens out of that. So, that was actually somewhat less impressive than I was expecting. Alright. So, I believe I said Golden Glue. Yes, I did. The bot lane, we've got Ezreal, played by ILY Taylor. Pretty sure that is I Love You, Taylor. And Draven, played by Snidstrat. It's an interesting one to say. Draven is one that you don't see very much anymore. He got nerfed a while back, and people just gotta stop playing him. It is... I mean, honestly, I think he's still pretty strong. But he's regarded as somewhat less strong than really desired. So he didn't get played much. But anyway, supports, we've got Blitzcrank, played by Best Jungle. Clearly the best jungle as support is always a good idea. Ooh. I don't know if that ward picked up Nocturne or Kha'Zix there. I don't think so. By the way, I actually am mostly getting over being sick, so that's why my voice is a little hoarse and I keep clearing my throat or whatever. Yeah. It was a minor sickness, but still enough to go ahead and reflect in my voice. Always annoying. Yeah, finally we've got the junglers. Vi, played by Nightblue 3, as mentioned before. Oh, Ezreal, you are way out here. What are you doing? He's gonna go down to this Draven. The barrier gets popped. Draven jumps in, gets pulled by Blitzcrank, and oh no way! The Soraka ulti comes out, and that means that it is going to be a kill there. And in comes Vi to finish off the Janna. That was an awesome ulti there from the Soraka, as well as a really good flash from Ezreal. Honestly, I mean, when you really look at that, you've got Ezreal. He's already really low here. He's getting attacked by the Draven. He goes in, tries to take down Janna, no, decides not to. Pops that barrier. And then in comes the Blitzcrank, in with his CC. Ezreal is one hit away. Maybe 2 hits, apparently, because that was the 1 hit. There's that ulti there, and he's able to finish off that Draven before Draven can come back in. And then immediately turn on that Janna, and by that time for the Janna, it's way too late, because, oh look, there is a Vi. So, that was a really nice play from all of the blue team there. And I think that Ezreal may have been able to take down the Draven even without the Soraka ult, because I do not believe he got auto-attacked by Draven there. He got into that bush and was able to use the cover of that to go ahead and finish him off with that Q auto-attack. Ooh, I was attempting to pull there. Not sure that would be a good idea with the Ezreal being as low as he is, but it missed anyway, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so finally we've got Anda playing Kha'Zix. That is the final player, and we finally get to go ahead and say his name. Alright. Darius, look, he's actually 1-2. I don't remember him killing anything. When did he kill something? 744 is where we are. Alright, he's still 1-2. Wow. Alright, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to come back here. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, apparently it was right there, somewhere in there. Oh, right. I remember now. Okay. Yeah, that was where they traded there. Okay. So let's get back up to 744, as that is where we started going back because I was all confused. That was a nice. I like that. There we go. And we are back almost into position here. Darius is going back. Soraka is just pushing that lane. Soraka is mean. There we go. She's going to go ahead and head back as well. She's currently at 45 CS versus 25 for Darius. In some ways, I mean, it's not too surprising. She does have the range. She can go ahead and harass him anytime he comes in, and it's really hard for him to harass her back. But for her to get into Q range, I'm pretty sure he's able to grab. So are you able to see ranges for this? Let's see. No. It does not show ranges. That is something that would be kind of nice for them to do. Actually put the ranges in so we can see exactly how far things go. But anyway, I think it's, if not exactly it, I think it's pretty close. But I could definitely be wrong because I don't really know the range of Darius all that well. I know Soraka's is pretty short, but I mean, it's not too short. I don't know. She might be out of range. Yeah, it looks like it. And even with that, she does have that silence that she could just go ahead and say, no, you're not pulling it anyway. So, I guess in that, it does kind of make sense. And yeah, she's just able to harass him down constantly. He's not able to do a thing. Anytime he comes up for CS, she goes ahead and starts Q spamming. Auto attack, Q spam, auto attack, Q spam. And of course the silence there, which does damage as well. And there's really nothing he can do about it. Leviathan looks, I think she's come in for a couple ganks now. Successful ganks. She's currently 1-0-1, which is not bad at all. Got that kill, if I remember right. Oh yeah, she got the kill on there. Oh, it comes a teleport here. Gold card lands on the Draven. Draven's getting low as it is, gets popped up with the Blitzcrank, and down he goes to the Ezreal. So that was a nice little gank there from TF. And he needs to go ahead and head mid. But no, it looks like Nightblue's going to go ahead and go for that to protect the tower. And TF is going to stay bot for the moment. It does mean that Vi's going to get some nice little farm out of this, and she's going to be able to go ahead and push the Kayle off the tower, at least somewhat. Making sure that Kayle does not go in on this, that's definitely a good thing. And of course the CS itself is great too. But it looks like blue team's actually going for the tower down here. Kha'Zix is here, I guess, no, he was just coming through. Oh, a little bit of a fight up here. There comes her heal, she heals herself, she's Q spamming for all she's worth there. And she's actually getting pretty low here. She flashes. The question is, will she go down? I don't think so. No, she's going to survive with barely any health, but so did he. He barely has any health either, and she has heals, which means he's not going to be able to do anything to her. She already used her Ignite, so she doesn't have that, but he's still going to be forced off just because of the fact that she can heal herself, and he cannot. She's still going to go back, which, you know, given the amount of mana she has, is definitely a good idea. But even still, I mean, that would be really annoying to play against, honestly. All that, the Q damage, the auto attack damage, and you can't do anything to her because you can't harass her, you can't do anything, you have to burst her. That is your only decision, your only choice. And even with the Noxian Guillotine, he was not able to burst her down. So, it's definitely not good for him. It does help her that she already had, does she have Seeker's Arm Guard there? Let's see. No, yeah, she had Seeker's Arm Guard. So yeah, that armor definitely helped her by a lot. That was probably a large part of why she survived that. She also had a Giant's Belt. I don't think that's a new item. No, that might have been a new item. I don't know. But either way, she's going back to lane with the Giant's Belt. She's probably working on the staff. I can't think of the name of it. The Frost one, though. That slows people down and gives you extra health. Don't know why I can't think of the name of it right now, but I can. So they are back joined in battle, and she is just wearing him down yet again. Look at the health total. She's at 1534 max. She's actually higher max than he is. So that's kind of annoying. When you're a bruiser and you've got somebody like Soraka who has more health than you, and she already has him down to a quarter health, or a little under half health, not quite a quarter health. And he's going to go back again, even though he's not going to go back. Oh my. We've got a bit of a jungler duel here. Kha'Zix was hanging around there, and he decided to go for the wolves, which, you know, He's a jungler. That's what junglers do. And, oh, she's gonna get that? No. Okay, there we go. She gets that, push the ward down. And he's forced to ult and flash over the wall. She flashes after him, but he ults again. In comes the ulti there. She's gonna go and tower dive this. Manages to take him down. Kayle is on her way up. And, oh, Draven ulti. Oh, just barely misses. Oh, and he was unfortunately walking the wrong direction, so did not hit. But Vi is currently way out of position here. She's going to try to get herself executed. And, oh, poor Janna. Janna flashed and used her slow, but the slow projectile was still on the way when Vi took that final damage and died. So, all that flash, that was for nothing. And up here, that's sustained, man. That's sustained. Not pleasant at all. But because of the fact that the jungler is dead, there are lots of pings from the red team on Dragon. Because the red team does still have their jungler up. Actually, Vi is now up again as well. There we go. In comes a gank there from Kha'Zix. Gets immediately CC'd by Blitzcrank. Now he is hit by the Kayle ulti there. But he's still going to end up going down because he's stuck around afterwards. And Draven's trying his best to finish off the Ezreal. There's the Ignite. Ezreal's definitely going to go down. He does indeed. His ult is able to do a lot of damage there to Kayle. I'm not sure if Kayle's going to escape. I think she will. And it looks like yes. Yeah, Draven being here was enough to defend that. But Janna died as well, which means that was a 2-for-1. Oh, that was a very close pull. Had that landed, it may have resulted in the death of Draven, but Draven did end up living through that. And now we've got Vi going to go ahead and counter juggle here, grab that blue buff, which is not here, and instead take down the pink. Oh, there we go. Now the blue buff is there. He must have had the timer. There we go. But the fact that he saw that ward there tells him, hey, I'm not going to be able to steal this. I've got to leave. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's backing up, and he's going to get out of this with no problem whatsoever. He's not going to get the blue. Or is he? He's going to go ahead and ward this himself right after the sweeper from Janna wears off. So, unfortunately for him, for Janna, that means that she's not going to be able to steal that, or to take down that ward. But it's not really going to matter. Vi is not going to be able to steal the blue buff. And now she's just trying to get away from Kayle, Janna, and Kha'Zix. They all have slows. No hard CC though, so it's going to be fine. And Blitzcrank randomly ults the completely opposite direction. I have a feeling that was a bit of a misclick there. Vi's going back to her jungle. We're going to go ahead and get the red buff there. The Ignite comes out from the Darius. And that is a good way to stop this rocket, but her heal is on such a low cooldown. And she goes ahead and uses her ult there, and she ends up surviving again. Wow. I mean, yeah, he ignited her, which did shut down one of her heals. But she had her ult after that, and she had another heal before he was able to finish her off. So, yet again, she was able to come out of that with her life. And there's really nothing Darius can do. He needs to stop even trying to 1 versus 1 her. He needs to just, I don't know, he's got to play cautious and just stay away from her as much as possible. Because going off and trying to 1 versus 1 is not working. It's 100% not working. Ezreal got caught a little bit there. It took about half of his life, but, oh, the ulti comes out. Oh, the Kayle ulti, the teleport comes out from TF. He gets punched back by Janna. That was a great Janna ult. Interrupts his teleport for the ult, and he's going to go down. That was very nice indeed. She got over there and just teleported, punted him away. The grab comes out from Blitzcrank, does not quite land, but it did still scare them away. But the red team is all grouped, and they are pushing for this tower. I think they may end up getting that. No, I could be wrong. Vi is going to go ahead and get pulled in by the Darius there, and they go ahead and tower dive her. Down goes the Janna though, so it's currently a 1-for-1, 2-for-2 now because Kayle's able to secure the Soraka kill. Now the red team just needs to back off. Kayle is still really low. Ezreal's actually getting really low. And down goes Ezreal. Darius is able to finish him off. And now the only person in there who did not die recently was that Blitzcrank. The Draven, TF comes back out and then almost immediately goes down to the Draven. Actually, he goes down to Darius thanks to the bleed there. Darius and Draven were both able to do a lot there. I'm not sure why he decided to go in on that. There's two people that are quite tanky and have a lot of damage. And he decided to get up within range of the gold card there. And Darius went ahead and pulled him in. And Draven and Darius were just able to almost instantly burst him down. And he ended up going down and giving another kill to them, which was a completely senseless kill. So, I don't know why he did that. Maybe he was just trying to keep them from going in on his tower. That is actually a possibility, but either way, it didn't really work out so well for him. Kale actually came up here to try to deal with the Soraka. This may have been a better idea to do earlier on in the game, when they originally saw that Darius was having these problems. I mean, Kale's got heals. She doesn't have nearly as strong of heals as Soraka. She does have some sustain of herself, and she may actually be able to do enough damage over time to counteract the Soraka heals. Although I'm not actually sure about that. It's kind of funny they have 2 pink wards there, and neither team's going to go out. Blue team just placed theirs, and they didn't go off and take down the red team's ward. But red team's going to go ahead and ping that and say, we should take that out. But now TF is back, and that ward is going to go down. Dragon is not coming up soon, but it kind of looks like they're posturing for a dragon. So either they have a bad timer, or they were just going to go ganking, and it just appears that they were going for a dragon. My guess is that it was probably going to be a gank, and it just looked the other way. Oh, is she going to get this? Yep. There we go. Okay. For a second there, I thought she was about to walk back out again. But yeah, she does end up getting that. So that's another pink ward down. 30 gold for her. And it looks like the blue team's pushing up mid. They know they've got the advantage here. It's currently 12-8, and they've got multiple towers. So they currently have a 4K gold advantage. And they know they can win team fights. However, Vi is just farming her jungle. So if they did end up getting in a fight, I mean, Darius is top, so I guess it'd still be 4 versus 4. But if it did end up, if the red team grouped up, the blue team would be forced to not engage, just because of the fact that they are apart, until the teams were able to get together. But Soraka went top to go ahead and push this back, which happens really fast, by the way. And now she's going to head back down. This wave is still going to push to her tower, I think. It might be evenly reset. Actually, yeah, it looks like it's going to push towards the red team, thanks to the minion focusing there. And we do have some posturing here going on by the red team. TF ult is up, but I don't think it reaches all the way over here. I could be wrong, but I think the range is like there-ish. So if the blue team does decide to go in on this, he's not going to be able to get there right off the bat. The pull comes out from Darius onto Soraka, does a decent amount of damage. There's the Draven ult as well, but it wasn't enough to finish her off. And Twisted Fate is still just pushing bot. So the red team is forced to react to this. They kind of sort of tried to do an engage on the blue team, but they didn't manage to do it. And now they've got to push the TF off of their base. Oh, they're just actually farming the jungle. Interesting. TF ulti comes out. He knows that they are there. They're going in on him. He flashes over the wall there. Kha'Zix flashes over to go at him. And the Soraka ult comes out and keeps that... keeps him alive there. So he's gonna survive that. And I saw another kill as well. It looks like I know Kha'Zix died. And wow, okay, so he got pulled by Blitzcrank and almost immediately went down there. So that was a very nice ult there from Raka, able to keep the TF up long enough for him to take the Kha'Zix out. And we still got an ongoing battle here. The Soraka's taking the tower. She's gonna go down to the Darius. And that means this is going to end up being a 1 for 2. But the blue team's going to be able to go in on this tower. And they're going to be able to take this down because the red team was all really low and they were forced back. So, definitely comes out well in the blue team's favor. And the red team's not looking so hot now. There's the ping on Dragon from the red team. It is actually coming up very soon here. 15 seconds. And they know that. They know that, and they know that the blue team has multiple members of their team that are at least somewhat low. But, question is, will this end up happening? Vi's going to go ahead and go back, which means this is the perfect time for them to do this. This ward is going to pick it up, and Kha'Zix is going to go ahead and take that down. Janna is actually kind of fighting Ezreal a little bit here. They're going to take down that ward, and Ezreal's going to be forced to flash over this wall. The Draven's getting in a fight with 3 people. He got pulled there by the Blitzcrank, and he's going to go down. And that right there is going to force the red team to fall back. Kale is pushing top, which means she's not going to be able to help on a dragon fight. Another pull there from the Blitzcrank. Very nice pull. Forces that Kha'Zix to go ahead and ulti, but he's still going to end up going down. That was a great pull. I'm gonna go ahead and watch that one again. Let's slow this down. We see the Kha'Zix trying to get out of this, Blitzcrank says nope, ulti, pulls him while he's midair, pulls him right back in, and the Kha'Zix is gonna go down. That was a really good pull. Down you go. And now, yeah, the blue team's gonna go ahead and go for this dragon because they can. And it looks like they're picking Baron to go for that as well. Kale's gonna take down this tower in the meantime, but if the blue team gets the Baron, that is really bad for the red team. No, it looks like they're not gonna go for that. They are instead gonna go ahead and push mid, or I could be lying and they could just be pushing mid so that they could go to dragon. It's warded up thanks to Kale just now, and the red team is going to know this is happening. So, the blue team is going to be forced to... My guess is they'll be forced to fall back, but they are taking this down really fast. They're going to go ahead, there's the Kale ulti. They may end up being able to take her down. In comes the Janna shield, but they're still able to take her down. Draven's here as well, trying his best to save the Janna. Janna goes down though. Draven's here now, pulls two guys in, but... honestly, I'm not so sure this is a good idea. He's going to try to burst down. He does manage to take down the TF. And Draven is trying to solo the Ezreal. Kha'Zix comes in and Ezreal goes down. But it's still Draven, or now Kha'Zix versus the world. And that is going to be the death of him. So, that means that that is an ace. The red team is all dead. The blue team is definitely not going to be able to go for the Baron here. Although Vi definitely wants to, it's not going to happen. He's going to be forced to fall back. He's the only one on it, and his main damage dealers are dead. There is Soraka, who can do a decent amount of damage, but honestly, she's not all that much. Actually, I don't know. Maybe kind of making stuff up there, because she has been doing a lot of damage. Ah, there we go. Rylai's Crystal Scepter. That's the name I was looking for earlier. Red team's going to go ahead and ping the dragon that's not there. I guess just to go ahead and check and to clear it. And possibly to go ahead and ward. Janna's going to go ahead and ward up around here. And now we see both teams just kind of trying to regroup here. There was a pretty nasty fight there at the Baron. But it was definitely more nasty for the blue team, or for the red team than it was for the blue team. The blue team quite enjoyed that, I would say. And I think Darius might be... No, okay. I was about to say he might be in a little bit of trouble. TF is on his way up. And at first it looked like Soraka was too. But no, it's not going to happen. And TF is going to get a decent amount of damage there on the Darius, but not nearly as much as he would like. He's more of a burst guy, whereas Soraka's got that massive sustain. But honestly, I mean, Darius is actually still taking a lot of damage there. He's already down to half, and he's being forced to run away. Kha'Zix is here to reinforce him now. So, Darius might be able to bait this. If he went out there... Let's see. Oh, never mind. Kha'Zix was seen by the ward there from TF, so there would be no baiting. And down here, we've got the blue team continuing to push up here. The ulti came out from Ezreal, hit the Kale, and actually did a lot of damage to her. In comes the TF ulti, gonna go ahead and hold back here. Oh, he was almost insta burst down, but the Kale ulti said, nope, no burst for you. And Ezreal was able to go ahead and take down the Kale. Sorry, hold up. Zhonya's is what happened. TF came in, started to take their burst, almost died. Zhonya's, and the Kale got pulled back by the Blitzcrank. There we go. Out comes the gold card from TF onto Draven. Draven goes down. Now the blue team's going after Janna. And Soraka Q is able to take her down. Now the TF is able to take down the Kha'Zix, who unwisely jumped in the middle of him. Darius is now trying to at least do some damage to him, but he's going to go down too. And that means that's another ace. And I would not be surprised to see a surrender after that. Indeed, we do. Soraka top, man. And honestly, usually I didn't see too many ganks from Vi. He mostly just kind of farmed up his jungle. But he did have a couple successful ganks. There was the one down here that he was able to go ahead and secure that Janna kill. And he had a few others. But honestly, a large part of this was just every lane won. So, it went really well for them. I hope you guys enjoyed this game, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.